All right, coming up next, it is a welterweight showdown between Colby Chaos Covington and Kamaru Usman. All right, DC, here is Kamaru Usman back on the proving ground here tonight, and even dating to the Ultimate Fighter back in 2015. You got the sense pretty early on that we were looking at somebody special. He was able to cap it with the UFC championship. He's back on the horse here tonight.
He has this undying belief in himself. He believes that through hard work, all the results will show, and they have for Kamaru Usman. From the pace and pressure he put on Dos Anjos to the pace and pressure he put on Woodley, he shows now, and in those fights, why he's one of the best fighters in the welterweight division.
And he's really coming into his own when it comes to his striking. Certainly he's had a lot of standard influences in his ear. Henry Hooft, of course, Greg Jones on the wrestling side. Kamaru Usman, as he put it way back in the day, is a real problem. All right, so here's the former UFC interim welterweight champion Colby Covington, and whether he's banging on the Brazilians or going at fans on Twitter, there's a lot that encompasses this total package of Colby Covington. He's a hell of a fighter, though.
But ultimately, it's about the fighting, and the fighting ability is what has carried Colby to such a great start in his UFC career. A former champion, a guy that's been in there with the very best of the division, and when he's been in there, he's been able to get his hand raised. I always go back to the Rafael Dos Anjos fight, and I watch Colby put a pace on him that Dos Anjos, who is also known for his cardio, could not keep. It was inspiring to watch, and if you know Colby before fighting, you know that he trains as hard as anybody in the world to try to accomplish his goals.
Our tale of the tape for this welterweight fight. So these fighters relatively close in age, just a year apart, with similar height and some differences in reach. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a wrestler, holding a professional record of 20 wins, 3 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare Usman. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a wrestler holding a professional record of 17 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Colby Chaos Covington. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean has drawn the assignment here.
Ready.
All right, so here we are back at the O2 in London, England, and we certainly glorify the Canadians and the Brazilian fight fans, and rightfully so. But when we show up in London, it's a sellout within 5 minutes every time.
Regardless of who's fighting, the English fans show up. They love fights. They're very understanding. They show up every single time. They're knowledgeable. They're ready to cheer, but don't be crazy. They will move you out of that building.
And they both stand up. Oh, huge kick. Quick level change.
Oh, he went single. Rotate head outside. This dude's going for a ride. Takes him for a ride. Slams him on his back. What a takedown.
How's that feel to be on the wrong end of that?
Not me.
I knew that was coming.
Attacking armbar.
Bottom fighter trying to control, and he's out. Both fighters back to their feet now. Oh, you see him land the jab there. He's got the reach advantage. Might as well use it. Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish.
Ah, that jab hurt him. Landed a good uppercut there.
Oh! A lot of power on display from Kamaru Usman as he lands yet again there.
Kamaru Usman showed in the Colby Covington fight not only is he the best welterweight in the world, he may just be the toughest welterweight in the world because he went through the fire in order to retain that title. It's a beautiful fast foot jab with meaning.
So we pull up the numbers here. 28 total strikes have landed for Kamaru Usman. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Covington gets hit with a kick. Swing and a miss with that straight left hand. Well, lands a good series of kicks there, DC. It really didn't take him long to get a good beat on his opponent.
He figured the timing, and now he's been driving kick after kick into his opponent. I mean, this guy is really focused on those punches to the head inside of his opponent.
He's had a huge strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. 20 seconds left.
Now he has a headlock trying to pin his opponent's back down flat onto the mat. Look from the transition to an arm triangle to try to chase the finish.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. So the fighter was really caught in a submission there just as the horn sounded. Safe to say he was saved by the bell there. So back to the stools they go. 60 seconds to recover here. We're going to fight on, ladies and gentlemen. Another round coming up. So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this again. He will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
You ready to fight? You ready? Good.
Usman gets caught with that punch. He'd be wise to get those hands up. Oh, a huge strike lands there, DC.
He landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next shot, the follow-up shot that will finish the fight.
And he comes through with a big knee.
That knee hurt him.
Big knee to the body. Oh! Beautiful knee. Really making good use of his reach advantage there with that punch. Oh, big elbow. Both guys landing at a pretty decent clip. Oh, straight right. Well, he's been pretty accurate tonight. He's landed some significant strikes, but his corner's looking for him to mix it up a little bit more and just throw more volume.
Because they don't see too much of a threat. This guy has to have confidence in knowing that when he extends his combinations, he's still safe, but he's also going to be able to land. He's got to be finding that confidence in his mind that all the reps in the training room are going to pay off.
60 total strikes have landed for Kamaru Usman, and connecting with 61% accuracy tonight against Colby Covington. Looking for a guillotine. Out. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
All right, stacking them up here, keeping the pressure on. I know you guys do a lot of this training with your jiu-jitsu coach there in San Jose.
Oh, absolutely, but it's a difference. If your feet are on our hips, it's a problem. So we shove them through the middle. We shove them through the middle so that our legs can be what controls your feet.
Right.
We're not using our hands. I'm not using my hands. I'm using my legs to just kind of wheel and deal you from side to side. Then my upper body is free to punch. If you get your feet on my hips, you're going to try to take him down. There you go.
Oh, man, the canvas is shaking as he slams him down. Fighters back to their feet here. Oh, that's a nice jab from Colby Covington. You know, it's amazing to think not all that long ago people didn't strike over the top, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Beautiful level change. Make him think you're going low and come right over the top with that beautiful overhand. Great punch.
Covington going for the takedown. Nothing doing there.
What a punch.
Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. Whoa! Oh, straight right. right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
All right, DC, here we go with our next round, and we'll see if he can pick up where he left off. High volume of strikes landed in the
Oh! Ooh, head kick lands. He's hurt.
good defense to block the strike. Whoa!
Oh, look at him jumping in to try to get the finish.
Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Oh, that's a good right hand. Wow!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight. Oh, he got it bad!
All right, stacked guard here, DC. The feet are on the hips. What does that mean?
I mean that he's out. He's out. The moment you get the feet on the hips, all he's got to do now is just straight leg. He's got to kick and push, because how is the opponent going to stop him from just elevating him? This is a grown man. You let him get both feet on your hip, you push away, you kick. Jiu-jitsu stand-up, you know what that is, Jay.
I do.
You understand that. You know, you went to your jiu-jitsu classes. Post the hands, switch the hips, get back to your feet, get back to fight. He didn't like that left hand. Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press it. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Well, there are a few things more fun to watch.
He's going to attack the triangle choke here. Watch triangle, watch triangle. There he is. He's moving to the finishing position. Now watch, he goes parallel, right next to his opponent. Oh, now it's getting tight.
By submission, beautifully executed there on the ground. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
So a seminal moment for this fighter here tonight as he gets the win by submission. Huge victory in his career, and it'll be very interesting to see how they match-make him moving forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 22 seconds of the third round, declaring the winner by submission due to an arm triangle choke, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare!
Well, what an incredible result here tonight as you see the winner there celebrating his victory by way of submission, and they put so much stock into finishing this fight. They felt like to really spin his career forward, they needed to not just win, but get the finish, and they certainly got it tonight.
They got the finish. He's such a terrific grappler. Every time he is on his back, he looks for submissions over and over again. Eventually, he found one tonight and got the desired result.
All right, coming up next, a welterweight tilt between Conor McGregor and Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. All right, here he is, Jorge Gamebred Masvidal, longtime representative of American Top Team. You know how happy it would make Dan Lambert if Masvidal could finally break through and win a UFC championship. He's as close to that level as he's been in his UFC career.
As he's ever been. He's finally on the cusp of earning what so many people have hoped for him. But that doesn't happen by accident. The reason he's this close now is because of the commitment that he has made to mixed martial arts, commitment that he has made to evolving his game, going up to 170 pounds, and also using everything that he has in order to get to where he wants to be. Before, there might have been distractions. Now, Jorge Masvidal is solely focused on becoming a UFC champion.
Left his family to go compete in a reality show outside of the United States, gave him gave him a lot of focus and direction, and he has put all of that to good use here in the UFC. Well, the celebrities are out. The floor seats are packed because the notorious one, Conor McGregor, makes his triumphant return here tonight. There's always a special feel when a UFC main event is about to unfold, but Conor McGregor just takes it to that requisite next level.
J.A., as a fan, I usually sit right next to the octagon, but when Conor fights, I got to be in the first row behind the barrier because the celebrities are out in droves. Conor McGregor has this thing about him that makes everybody want to show up. They flock to Vegas. They come in groups. They want to experience the notorious Conor McGregor. They want to see if he can have one of those special moments, him atop the cage, him knocking out Jose Aldo. If you experience the McGregor experience, you always have a story to tell, and that's why people show up.
He's going to cash the check tonight, right? But he's not here for just money, right? This is about proving himself, trying to improve his mixed martial arts legacy. Won 2 titles, no title defenses. That's a big part of the motivation for Conor.
He takes a lot of pride in the preparation to getting to the octagon, and you see it every time Conor McGregor fights.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a boxer holding a professional record of 35 wins, 17 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a kickboxer holding a professional record of 22 wins, 6 losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Dublin, Ireland, the notorious Conor McGregor! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Lavigne.
The veteran Yves Lavigne draws the assignment here.
You ready?
All right, so here we go with round 1. Classic matchup of striker versus striker. These guys have both faced a lot of grapplers in the past. They like to draw tonight.
Oh, yeah, they love seeing an opponent that will not be trying to dive at their legs. They know when they get to the center of the octagon, the only steps back they will take is if they choose to move out of range to re-enter back into the striking realm. It's a very comforting thought for both of these competitors.
Oh, a huge block there.
Ooh, head kick lands, was hurt. Good punch.
Oh, that's a big right hand there from Gamebred. Boxing fundamentals, certainly not an issue for this guy. Very tight.
He's as sound as they come, right? A lot of times you see a guy that comes from a street fighting background, and they wing everything. They try to knock everyone out with a strike. Masvidal does not do that. He takes his time, finds and picks his spots. That's why he's getting the finishes that he gets now.
Oh, man. I think you jumped out of your seat a little bit after that.
Oh, I did, because I have times where I've been kicked like that. And I'm going to tell you one thing. It does not feel good. Right hand punches with clinch.
Dirty boxing now here by Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. All right, under 3 minutes now to go in round one. Trying to establish that jab once again.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one?
So just over 20 total strikes have now landed for Jorge Masvidal.
Left hand punch from the clinch.
Some nice back and forth action here. All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie.
He is throwing a fast, straight, hard jab. That's not a feeler jab. That's one that's really knocking the head back.
Nice kick.
Oh, back to the inside leg kick. Oh, and he lands another leg kick there. I have a novel idea. Maybe the opponent should try to check one of these.
He's got to try to check him, but he can't, John, because there's no windup.
Yeah.
There's no tell. And when he feels his opponent is getting a beat on his leg kicks, he'll just pop a jab up. Get the hands up to block the face, blast the leg kick on the bottom. It's unbelievable to watch a guy that is so diverse and has such a great understanding of landing these leg kicks. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. Lunges forward with a left there. And now Masvidal's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. Oh, beautiful shot there with the hook. I'm not sure his opponent saw that one coming.
His opponent is taking straight punch. He's hooking right around the guard to land and land efficiently. He has a commitment to kicking tonight, and it shows.
All right, next round is underway, DC. We talked about his powerful kicks, how he attacks all sides of the body, the head, the legs. Pretty good start for him tonight.
That was so impressive to see. Someone fight almost predominantly with their legs and have that level of success.
Oh, that's a beautiful kick right there. I don't know if you've ever been kicked by a mule. Probably feels something like that.
It has to. This guy has landed this kick with so much force. To throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight.
Another knockdown!
Now the guy's got armbar. He's attacking it on it. He's attacking armbar now.
Continuing to try to manipulate the head here.
Now he falls back into the finishing position.
Wow. All right, full guard here, DC. We'll see how soon he tries to pass.
Well, he needs to be passing immediately. In the full guard is where you are in most danger as a top fighter because they have all of their submissions. Right. They have the guillotine, they have the armbar, they have the kimuras, they have all their locks.
Well, the numbers continue to pile up. 54 total strikes have found the mark for Conor McGregor. And as for the accuracy rate, DC, 48% tonight against Jorge Masvidal. Gets up again here, but hurting. Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round one. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked up the pace here, and as a result, he has taken control of this second round.
He's throwing every part.
And that's going to do it.
He got him. Oh, my goodness, what a fight.
Well, it's not every day in the UFC that you see a fight ended due to a leg kick, but that one was absolutely devastating. He took away that lead leg of his opponent, who became a one-legged fighter, and then it became just a matter of time. So somewhat anticlimactic here tonight, but not for the winner, as he gets one of the bigger TKO wins of his UFC career. So a huge win by TKO for him here tonight, a seminal moment in his UFC career, and that could hold up as one of the better TKOs of the year.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Leving has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 13 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO, the notorious Conor McGregor!
Well, the celebration is on over there in the corner, and nothing subdued about it. They put a lot of time into this training camp and into this performance, and certainly their athlete delivered.
It was a result that they desired. They said, I don't care how this match ends, as long as I'm not standing there waiting on the judges. He got his opponent hurt, and he found the follow-up shots that allowed him to get the TKO.